Opposition parties in Parliament are seeking a meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa over what they've termed pressing national issues. They've written to him because they say the general lawlessness in the country is a big concern. They also want to discuss the July unrest, investigative reports, the state of national disaster, among others. The parties held a meeting in Cape Town on Tuesday. The convener of that meeting, UDM leader Bantu Holomisa, joins us now here on eNCA this Friday afternoon. Mhlekazi, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time. Just to understand the timing of this request, why now? Because many of these issues have existed for quite some time.
Yes, remember that it was the first time that the leaders of the opposition parties met this year after almost 2 years since the pandemic started in this country. So having met there for a few days ago, the leaders highlighted the points you have already outlined. So there's never been any wrong or right time to raise issues, as and when the leaders feel like they have to. But remember that particularly what you have outlined, have raised these issues, but collectively, for the first time this year, we felt that we need to sit down with the president and get some clarity, give some advices here and there.
Okay. Top of your concerns in terms of the letter, you kindly tweeted copies of the letter earlier, and that's where I'm looking at your Twitter timeline. Top of the concerns, from what I'm reading, is the security of South Africa in general. What's worrying you and your peers in the opposition benches about the security of the country?
Well, the recent fire at Parliament raises sub-questions of the majority of our key points. Considering the bigger picture, we see a pattern of vandalism at railway lines. ESCOM is experiencing the same thing, which seems to be designed to make people angry at the estate, inciting people to revolt against government and parliament. But one would not be faulted for being a conspiracy theorist and thinking that there is a low-key sabotage campaign taking place here. But those will, if he allowed to him.
Yeah, our connection is not the greatest this afternoon, Mhlekazi. I'm hoping it will stabilize. I lost a little bit of what you said there. Okay, that's the security of the situation. You also say you want to talk about crime and general lawlessness in the country, as well as cross-border crime and cash in transit heist. We know that recently the government said they're going to be setting up this new border management system or unit. Are you confident that it might help to address some of those concerns that you want to raise with the president, or you think there's more that needs to be done?
There's more that needs to be done. For instance, I would like to see the president convening a meeting of SADC countries to discuss this matter. Because if people are going to come in and out of South Africa or out of South Africa to the neighboring countries, to things and come and see, or those who cause these problems run to those countries, we need to make sure that there is a close coordination among the security clusters of those countries. Definitely. There has to, we can't just be on the receiving end all the time.
Yeah, so a meeting with regional leaders could assist with the border issue.
Yes.
Yeah, you've also written a letter as opposition parties in your first meeting, as you say, in a long time together as opposition party, to ask for a meeting with the Speaker of the House, National Assembly, to raise concerns about the party and Zondo commissions and the implementation of their findings and recommendations. What is the concern there? What are you worried about there?
Well, the leaders felt strongly that we cannot rely only on the ruling party to dictate terms for these investigations, because most of the people who are being fingered come from the leadership of the ruling party. And some of them are presiding officers, or one of them, or members of parliament. So we need to sit down with the Speaker and make sure that the ad hoc committees which we are proposing as opposition parties are put in place and with clear terms of reference. These findings from Zondo Commission and Party Commission are not just going to be given to ordinary portfolio committees. They need ad hoc committees with clear terms of reference.
Do you foresee a situation where you, as opposition parties, then might request that certain MPs must not be part of these ad hoc committees?
Well, if they are fingered, obviously, from these commissions, they can't be part of that.
Yeah. Now, in terms of the request for the meeting with the President, just to share with our viewers, General Holomisa, how long would this take for the President to respond? When would you like, as opposition leaders, to have that meeting? Is there a timeline at all?
No, normally we don't dictate to the President, so he can look at his diary. But from our point of view, we would appreciate if we can meet with him as soon as possible, because the situation on the ground doesn't look okay.
It doesn't look okay. We have a crisis.
Yeah, we have a crisis. You just read now, people who are fully armed. They are just all over the country.
Thank you very much. UDM leader Bantu Holomisa. They're speaking on behalf of opposition parties in Parliament, of course, and they've sent a letter requesting a meeting with the President. They're very concerned about the security situation in the country and general lawlessness, among other issues, and they're hoping the President will meet with them as soon as possible.